Hi everyone, this is Mr. Robotic Warfare. Welcome back to episode 2 of Dyson's Sphere program. So last time we just started setting up these mining machines, so this time we're going to try and set up our smelting array. Alright, so we had 2 wind turbines that were slightly displaced here. And I'm about to lose core energy as well, so let's put some of that stuff in there. Now, where can I fit 2 more of these? Probably like this. Until we actually need the stone. Which we will very soon. So, let's just do some quick math to start with here. We can do 6 per second on these basic belts, and we make 1 of these per second. So we can do 6 of these a piece. So there's that, low on iron ore again. That's no issue to us. Let's also get all of these guys powered up, shall we? Just so that they start running. We can make a couple more of these. So, we have some belts. I'm going to have to figure out how we want to run these here. So I guess we'll have probably iron going this way. So now, how do I unsnap? Let's see. Don't snap the building is shift. Evidently that did not work. I'm glad, Astro. I tried so hard. Toggle path. No. Don't snap the building. Oh, it's tab, I see. Okay, but there's still going to be jerks about this. Well, I guess that's their prerogative. Now, obviously, our mining production here is far too fast for any one of these to be able to handle. I'm just going to quickly make sure that you can still get out of here. Well, it would be nice to have belts to actually check. Come on. Okay, so the idea is that we're going to try and get the furnace arrays over this way. I just want to make sure that I'm not screwing myself over here. Now, can you actually get around? I think we're going to say yes for now. Okay, so we're also going to have this guy going like this. Same business here. Except for the fact that that's not liking that. Alright. So I guess we'll go 1 more over. Get rid of that. And then get a chunk down like this. So we'll keep 4 connected for now. That's probably a good approximation of what we're going to need. So, let's deal with this stuff next. So, I'm pretty sure we have a situation here where we don't really need to do each thing individually now, and I should probably learn how to do this. So I'm guessing the belts I still have to do manually, but for everything else we should just be able to put it in and copy it out. So let's do this and set you as iron. Now, in fact, thinking about how I'm going to set this up eventually, I know for a fact that I'm going to want to have a splitter right here to feed a second line of belts. So, having said that, let's actually go ahead and move this a little farther on here. So we're going to want a splitter right here. Those take up like that. We don't want to get it too close here. I think this position will work. That set up there. Alright, now here is where we're going to try this. So, if we do this, set you to iron. Okay, now. Aha! It does work. Very cool. That is a great feature, and I approve. So, we're going to do another one here. We want 6 in total. And those are going to get built for us right there, which is fantastic. Now, I like to have these little ones at the end just because it makes things square up nicely. So I'm going to do that. Now, note that these did not get copied over. Why is that? Probably because the belts did not exist there when it was actually time for them to get. So, hopefully we should be... We are kind of close to the pole, yeah, which means that we don't actually have enough room to put the power poles in the center here, which is unfortunate. But we will go ahead and place them like this instead. That is not where you were meant to be. Alright. So there's this. Now, unfortunately, I cannot copy this whole business over. That's okay. So in this instance, we're going to have this one going this way. When I say this, I mean I'm thinking about how I want to run my belts here. And I'm going to have essentially 4 more rows of this, or 3 more. We're going to have another one of iron that looks like this, and then 2 of copper that look like this. And in fact, you know, I should probably do one of these with magnets as well, because we are going to need those. Now, what is the consumption requirement for magnets? 1 every 1.5 in one of those. So I guess let's just start small then. Let's do magnets next then. We can always tear things back up and go overboard later, because, thankfully, we have quality of life features in the game now. So we don't have to feel super bad about randomly tearing things up and down and up and down and up and down. And I'm sure that eventually we will also get blueprints of some kind, which will be fantastic. So you, in fact, are going to make magnets now. How does that sound? Now, because you consume at 1.5 seconds, right? This is 1-to-1, meaning that if a belt is carrying 6 items, it can feed exactly 6 of these. If this is taking 1.5 seconds to make one, it's only consuming 2/3 of an ore per second. So 2/3 times 6 is 12/3. I think I have a reciprocal in there somewhere that I need to fix. So it's taking 1 iron. Let's see, I'm grabbing the calculator here. You have 1 iron every 1.5 seconds, which is in fact 2/3. Okay, so then we want to do 6 divided by 2/3. Which is 9. So we can add another 3 furnaces to this and still be fine. So let's go ahead and get that going like so. Oh, the robots, they are so slow. But that's okay, we love them anyways. There's 3, there's 6, there's 9. And it's complaining bitterly about lack of items, so we will try and remedy that. And it will take a second, but I like to do kind of the baseline production here, just so that we have some stuff going here. Yep, the extra space goes right up to the coastline, which is quite lucky, if you ask me. Core energy will deplete soon, you don't say. Well, have some wood. Okay, still complaining about the lack of sorters. Now, let's just do some science here. If I do this... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, evidently. Well, let's go nice and fast anyways. Uno más. There we go. Alright. So it looks like it's only going to let you build it if it actually has all of them that it needs. So, oh, this is new music. Listen to this. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I like it. So, here is our magnet production. Because we can, I'm actually going to reverse the direction of this, have this sneak up this way. Okay, now we do need to give these guys the gift of power, which we will do like so. So there's iron and magnets sorted. Next we want to do copper. But in the meantime, what we can be working on is getting this going here. So 10 of these, 10 of these. There's 10 of those, 10 of these. Did I only click 4? I only clicked 4. Nice. That's okay, we can make 2 more. Have some extras. There it is. Thanks again for helping me set all that stuff up, Tam. I appreciate it. Okay, so magnets and iron are online. I guess what we can do, in fact, until we get the sorter, is we just hook these up like so. It's gonna hit me with the lack item, eh? That's okay. And we've got our 20 here and 18 there, so we can go ahead and get this guy going. Alright. Iron is good, except for the robots that are missing here. And let's go. There's our EMAG matrix. Core energy once again will deplete, so I guess I'm just giving it all of my wood. And we got a little bit of silicon and a little bit of titanium from some of the rocks that we mined, so that's nice at least. Whoa, that's an interesting behavior there. Okay, so here's this. Got a nice little starting going on here. Now, let's get some copper smelted, shall we? And it is also slightly complaining about power, which is unsurprising. So, these guys are next on the list. Now, copper looks like we're going to want to do kind of down this way. So we'll have these guys bend down kind of this way. And in fact, we can probably start by setting this up here, yeah? So we'll have the output going this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Input coming here. And we are still low on belts, which is understandable. So, then I guess now is a good time to ask Twitch chat, is audio sounding okay? Mic volume, game volume, all that kind of stuff. Oh, it is going to be a hot second before this is ready, isn't it? Thank you, Tam. I will act, but I may not continuously acknowledge the heads up, but they are very much appreciated, so thank you. Game Luke, welcome! Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. So we got 2 more of these to goof around with. Oh, actually, we can fit several more in here. That's quite nice. Pro level audio? I don't know about that. That is that's a bold claim. And now that we know where the... Oh, that was not intentional. Okay, because we need to bend this belt down this way. However, we can put one right there, and one right there, and, if we're lucky, fit one right there. Alpha as well. Hello, welcome. It's good to see you all. And Alpha, I think it's good to see you again, if I remember correctly. But with that, we've got our first little factory going here. Let's keep on keeping on here. Get this, at the very least, planned out here. Good. Means that I'm not totally worthless. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, that's right, because we can actually just fit that in the middle. There you go. Okay, so this is going to be our copper run. So let's go ahead and get things connectified. And in fact... Ah, therein lies the rub. Okay. So what if I did this instead? Because then, this is going to line up nicely. You're going to need some more of these guys going here. And we are not going to want to smelt the iron in our inventory because we've got plenty of it to grab right here. I keep pressing escape too many times. There you go. Try that on for size. Cool. Alright, so copper machines are going to be ready here in just a sec. I do need to build the rest of these as well, but I do know I'm going to probably need more belts than this. So then let's also grab what we need here. 6 of those. Oh my. Hopefully that... Okay, we're 1 short on the magnets, which is unsurprising because we once again ran out of ore. Just grab a little bit of that stuff, and now we should be able to safely make 3 more of these. And then how are we doing on sorters? We've got 9, we're going to need 12, so we're going to need 3 more, but let's just make 10 for good measure. And now we've got 60 belts to play around with here, and in fact, we're going to disconnect that just so that it doesn't go crazy here for starters. You connect it up this way, you can also connect up this way. Let's see, you are covering 6, 6, 6, 6, and 5. Okay, so... it's not going to really work one way or the other, so... Sounds good, Tam. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you a bit later. So, everybody say bye to Tam. Alright. This one is also in an inopportune location, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of end it like this. Alright, so that is... most of the ones that we need hooked up. We got 1 more here to work on. I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak in this way. Yeah. So we're going to have to sneak in this way. Like so. How many belts are we left with? Exactly 4. That's okay. And eventually, as time goes on, we get to upgrade all of this, and it gets somewhat more efficient. Not by much. Because this is not a super well laid out system, but I bet you we're going to be able to find something good here. So let's go ahead and get this guy popped down now. You're going to in fact make me copper instead of iron. Very nice. We're going to need some more belts. We've got our furnaces and we've got our sorters. Now we just need the belts. We're going to have the copper kind of bend up and around this way, like so. Alright, there are our belts. We'll need to go up to 6 here, so we'll do that and that. Also get some of this stuff out of the way, just preemptively. We know that this guy is going to continue coming on over this way, so we'll just build that there for now. Once again, more belts, always more belts. But the good news is that we're setting up a little bit of an architecture for us to be able to build them automatically. Alright, so let's see how you want to do this. Now, here's the other thing that I wanted to test. Expand interval, narrow interval. That's kind of neat. I like that. Yeah, I'm very happy with the quality of life features that have recently been added. Alright, so there's that. Let's go ahead and get this going. And get this bent up and around. Yes, I know I can make a matrix lab. Alright, now let's take a quick glance back at assembling machines. Are going to require a couple of different things. So, and you know what I should do in the meantime? So I should run over to this coal patch here and start mining some stuff for myself here for energy purposes. I didn't explicitly need 10. I can probably do with fewer for now, just so that it goes a little faster. And we do have a stock height of 2, I believe. So now you're going to be making many per second, probably. Oh, thank you, autosave. Very cool. I'm going to be making 270 per minute. These guys do 360. So, in fact, I think I'm going to need a little bit more than that. I'll leave that as it may. Let's get this extendified this way. And get this going up. Ah, that's right. We have kind of a sidedness issue here. Grr. Alright, well in that case, we're just going to scooch this guy over here. Once again, deconstruct those. And instead get these guys right here. Hopefully, don't run out of energy. Very nice. And we can just go ahead and pop the coal in. Cool. So there is our power. You can make a calculator using Belgian stuff in this game. Yeah, I've been goofing around with the idea of doing something like that. The problem is that it would have to be state-based, and that's very hard to achieve with just stuff like this. Because there's not a ton of ways to do, specifically the XOR operation is the one that would be tough. So, might be possible, but I guarantee you if it is, I will be the person. I will be the first person to try and figure it out. When I say first person, it's not like I'm going to be the first to do it, it's like I'm the first person you would think of as somebody who would be interested in trying to make that happen. Because that is, after all, my self-purported shtick. Let's get this guy into a little bit of a better spot, shall we? Nice. Okay, so, on the whole, looking very nice. Now, we do have some stone up here, which we can use for other purposes at a later date. But for now, we really just want to get some of this kind of stuff going. And in fact, what we can start by doing here is we're going to have 3 belts right here. We can just build some assembly machines quick and dirty to get that addressed. Now, I don't think... Let's actually check this. Is there a... grab from machine? Doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, we have our first little area here. And let's start by manufacturing gears and circuits and magnets. So we're going to want to make this a little bit farther. So for starters, we're going to do gears. We are also, it occurred to me, going to want some of these. Now, why are you doing that? There you go. Lack of item. I guess I did not make enough. Now that's still going to give me the reduced rate, which I think is kind of silly. So I guess we're going to do the quick and dirty trick here of the belts. Just to get everything aligned here nicely. And we are right just brushing up on the coastline, so kind of happy with how that turned out. There we go. We need a couple more of these guys. You're going to be making me magnets, and you're going to be making me circuits. All right. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Now, I wondered, what is the actual rate of doing this? 0.75 versus 1.5. Pretty clear winner there. Get some power for this guy. And there's our first little production chain. Cool. Alright, so we've got the first automated production here of the 3 main ingredients. And next time we'll start looking at hooking up a proper bus. Thank you very much.